This is Adrian Kuzminski.
Thank you, Terry. I'm Adrian Kuzminski. I'm the moderator of Sustainable Otsego, and I live in Fly Creek, New York. I'd like to submit tonight a preliminary summary critique of the DEC's draft SGEIS on fracking, which contains 41 reasons to withdraw the draft. Details will be filed later. I'll just read these reasons quickly. I believe they're overwhelming. 1, failure at the scoping stage to assess reasons to prohibit fracking. 2, reliance on outdated and vastly overstated estimates of gas reserves. 3, no evaluation of gas production vis-a-vis renewable fuel production. 4, failure to take seriously peer-reviewed studies of relevant issues. 5, reliance on generic rather than site-specific review. 6, traffic and infrastructure impact estimates far too low. 7, compulsory integration, a taking of property rights. 8, no assessment of methane emissions in relation to global warming. 9, failure of current fracking technology to contain methane emissions. 10, no assessment of cumulative impacts. 11, inadequate assessment of economic cost and liabilities of fracking. 12, no assessment of negative impacts on other industries. 13, no assessment of effects on local services and taxpayers. 14, no assessment of effects on residential property values. 15, potential of fault lines to transmit methane or toxic fluids ignored. 16, no assessment of risk posed by major fault lines. 17, recent studies showing additional fault lines ignored. 18, no provision for safe disposal of drilling waste. 19, no systematic discussion of Utica shale. 20, inadequate assessment of fracking impacts in Pennsylvania. 21, no public health risk assessments. 22, no specified role for the Department of Health. 23, unequal treatment for New York City and Syracuse watersheds. 24, inability of filtration to screen out fracking toxins from water. 25, no required independent before and after water testing. 26, no guarantees that drilling can safely be done anywhere. 27, 1,000-foot depth limit too close to aquifers. 28, pace of permitting and drilling is uncontrolled. 29, current fracking additives receive less scrutiny than green additives. 30, recycling of drilling and fracking fluids is not required. 31, $5,000 bond for plugging wells with insufficient protection. 32, inadequate setbacks, especially from homes and public buildings. 33, setbacks from municipal water sources are only temporary. 34, no certification or competency program for drillers. 35, no requirement that drillers use the least toxic fracking fluids. 36, no provision for treatment facilities for plowback fluids. 37, open pits still allowed for drilling cuttings. 38, conflicting missions to preserve and exploit the environment by the DEC. 39, preferential uncritical treatment of industry sources by the DEC. 40, failure of the DEC to regulate past gas drilling. And finally, 41, continued inability of the DEC to regulate future gas drilling. Thank you.